Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm gonna do my end of the year review thing where I talk about how my year has been in reading, a bit about my plans for 2018. I have notes here, so I'm gonna look at those. 2017 was a great reading year in the sense that I have never read that many books in a year before, which is amazing. I read 127 books, which is the most, as I said, I have read ever in a year. If you look at my Goodreads, it was 126, but there was one book that wasn't on Goodreads and didn't want to be added on Goodreads, so that's the reason for it not being there. According to Goodreads and the pages I added from that one book that's not on Goodreads, I read 36,578 pages in 2017. The reason I read that many books is basically that after each book I read a manga or graphic novel, which of course is much easier to read and I read it like in one day, one sitting. So of course that counts in numbers as in much more books. But if I look at like just the books I read, it will be 63 books, 54 mangas or graphic novels, 6 audiobooks and 3 short novellas. Right, 3 short novellas, I mean like ebook novellas, and they were probably like 20 pages. So, but they still count as a book, but they're really short. So yeah, for me this is a great reading year. I actually did even have reading slumps. I had a reading slump in January by the end of it, and I didn't read something for like 2 weeks or something, which is a long time, lose a lot of reading time. And in the summer I think I had 2 or maybe even 4 weeks I didn't read anything because I was reading a book I didn't want to be reading in, so that's why that reading slump happened. In November and December I read the most I think I have ever read in a month before. I think I read like 19 books in November, which was crazy, and that was a lot of things to do with like goals and stuff, which I put on myself. Because this started in 2016, but in 2017 as well, I have had a goal of either 50 pages each day when I have school and stuff. I can't really put it higher because I want to have time to do other things, but when I have holidays I have 100 pages each day as a goal, and I kept to that goal. And when I didn't keep to that goal, I always caught up on the pages I didn't read. So let's say I missed a day, I know I had 200 pages to catch up on, and I managed to like calculate and write down everything I missed. And it's a complicated system. I am complicating things for myself, but it pushes me to read and keep reading even though maybe I don't want to read. And I know people say you shouldn't push yourself, you shouldn't do it if you don't want to, but I do want to do it even if I don't want to, because else I wouldn't be doing it at all, and I would go back to how it was in 2014 and 15, where I only read 30-25 books each year, which I don't think it's a lot for me at all. I think I should be reading at least 50 books a year. Another thing I had in 2017 was that I didn't read a lot of sequels, like at all. I think I read like really few, I can't count, but last time I counted how many series I started, it was over 20. So gonna talk about that in the goals for 2018 really soon, but I wanted to mention 2 books that I really enjoyed in 2017. The first one being An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I would say this is my favorite book of all the books I read last year, just because I enjoyed it so much. I don't know why I enjoyed it so much. I absolutely loved it, and I definitely recommend it so much. So if you still haven't picked this up and you're apprehensive about it, just pick it up. I read a lot of good books, but this really stands out, and I can't forget how I felt by reading this. Like, it was really good. Another book I would say is my favorite of last year is Metamorphosis. I can't say the title, by Patricia Juárez, which is an Ember fanfiction, and I absolutely loved it. I don't have the copy because it's my friend's, but I will put a picture of me holding the book because there are no pictures of it here, so you can see it-ish. And I read this like super quickly. The feelings I had while reading it was amazing. It's how I want to feel when I read, like all the time. I absolutely loved it, and it was just great. I'm trash, but it was awesome. The goals I have for 2018 are several. I still want to have 50 pages each day when I have school and 100 pages when I don't have school. Sometimes I read more than 100 pages. I'm not saying that I have to just read that and not read anything else. My Goodreads goal is currently at 50 books, but I will take that up because I just put something there because I was panicking and I just felt like I needed something there. I will also try to post wrap-ups each month on my channel because that fell out last year and I really do want to get back on it. Last year I also had issues with what I should give 5 stars, because even though the book I was reading was really good, there was nothing wrong with it, I just didn't feel like I give it 5 stars, because even though I enjoyed it, I felt like there was something missing, I guess, or something that, not something bothered me necessarily, but it was just like, and I struggled with my ratings because I rated so much 3 stars and 4 stars. Like, I have so many 4 stars reads of 2017, and I don't know if it feels right. So this year I'm just gonna try to be harsher, write things down a lot if they're okay, they are not special, like I've been trying to do that, and see if I can not be so hard on the 5 stars. I don't know, ratings are hard, okay? For example, last year I had a book that I actually didn't enjoy at all. There were no parts of the book I enjoyed, but I still gave it 2 stars because I feel so bad about giving it 1 star. But if I didn't like the book, why wouldn't I rate it 1 star? I don't know. But this year I'm just gonna try to think differently about my ratings. I don't really know how that would go, but I'm trying. And that cap was weird. I don't know why I did that. Another goal I have for 2018 is to read sequels. I have a TBR list. On that list is basically just sequels, so I will at least get through loads of those. So in almost all my wrap-ups you will see now upcoming, there will be almost just sequels, which is amazing. I think that's great. I of course will read new books and new series this year as well, but for the next few books I'm gonna read, it will mostly be sequels because I have books and series I haven't finished and I started them years ago. It is horrible. I am horrible. Other than that, I don't really know. I think that was it for my goals and for my wrap up, and you will see me soon in a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Do tell me down below which sort of goals do you have for your reading this year, and I probably have forgotten something, but that's not really no surprise. Have a good day. Goodbye.